Un momento.
No por favor on that? Come on.
No, deal with it. Whatever that is in Spanish.
How rude.
Excuse me while I eat some chocolate. Keep my energy up.
This is why I hate cleaning. Things disappear. All right.
Has anybody seen that Tron, what the hell's it called? The XD animated series?
No, I've been meaning to watch it. I hear it's pretty good.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Well, I mean, it was on the collector's edition thing. Like, not
okay.
the series, but the first look.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever watched the entirety of the first Tron without falling asleep in the middle.
The 70s one?
Yeah, or was it the 70s or was it 80s?
It was 1980.
Oh, it was 80?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I'm
pretty
thing
sure.
is kind of a rough watch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you get glorious effects like that.
Yeah.
Man, that new Tron is so good, though. God.
Oh, it's fantastic.
We watch
And
it
boy,
all the time.
I do too. It's probably one of the best movies to fall asleep from. It's
Oh, yeah.
like just throw it on in the background.
Oh, man, that movie.
I'm surprised it didn't make a bigger splash because it would. I think I saw it in the theater 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've gone to the movies multiple times to go see a movie. I think that was the last one. Maybe because I was single.
Someone's not like, no, you can't do that. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Saving
Yeah.
you from yourself.
What was the one movie? That other time travel movie. What the fuck was it called?
Looper?
No, that was awful. Oh my god.
What, Looper?
No, Looper wasn't bad.
Jumper was terrible.
Jumper with Mannequin Skywalker, Hayden Smith or whatever his name is. Wait, I think that's Will Smith's kid. No,
Hayden Christensen?
yeah, there you go.
Christensen?
Yeah.
Damn PS3. I got my PS3 on the floor and I keep kicking it.
Kick it harder.
As you should.
Well, now I have to hook it back up. Thanks, Atlas.
Oh, what happened?
They announced Persona 5 today.
What? Box office. Hold on, I gotta look up the name of this movie because I lucked out. I didn't have to go see. Actually, I wanted to see Hunger Games this weekend, but I got vetoed.
I still gotta see that first one.
First one's not bad. Oh, it's About Time. It's a
That's the movie title?
yeah. The movie title is About Time. It's the one with. It's another time travel love story thing with what's her nuts.
Rachel McAdams.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Bill Nighy's in it. And I love Bill Nighy.
Oh yeah, he's good. That's what I'm gonna have to go see for, fiance reasons.
It should.
Yeah.
It'll probably be fine.
It probably will be.
What the heck? I was just reading the back of Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds because I didn't.
Mhm.
The only thing I did was open it and hurriedly put it in my 3DS. In the back corner, it says, in really small font, "Basic reading ability is needed to fully enjoy this game."
Oh yeah, I've seen that on all the Zelda games since the first couple.
What the hell? I am.
It's really ironic.
I am
but,
tickled by that.
No, that's awesome.
Did I say
Well,
it
what
on
about-
Tearaway?
what about the person that can't read that picks that up and tries to read that?
Want,
They
want,
wouldn't
want,
enjoy the
Zelda.
game.
Want, Ganon. Done. Throw bombs at stuff.
Wah, wah. What would that
Oh,
be?
P-Flux drops a bomb in chat, says, better send that one back, Boston. I'm gonna figure out how to ban you here.
At least it wasn't. At least I know why Knobs didn't pick it up.
Zing.
Well,
Well, we know why Hannah didn't pick it up. It's not on the Vita.
That's right.
yeah. If it's not on the
Oh.
Vita, I don't want it.
3 for 1.
Actually, I totally want that
Boom
game.
sauce.
What's it doing? Opening the Google Doc.
I got nothing else to talk about. You guys
Yeah.
wanna?
I'm trying to think. There's nothing else I really. I know I watched something that was really good this week. I don't know. I watched this thing about the huge divisions between the left and right in politics and stuff. It was mind blowing. Oh, the Revisionaries! You got to watch that fucking nightmare of a movie.
Have you read any
It's-
good comics lately?
Me?
New Hawkeye is coming out soon. I think next week.
Actually, the last issue came out I think a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
one a month now. Unfortunately.
I let's see. I reread Infinity Gauntlet again
Nice.
just because once you start it, you got to finish it.
Yeah, in like one sitting.
Yeah.
That thing is so good. I gotta buy that again.
Shit got crazy in Superior Spider-Man.
I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about that.
I can't believe, like, I'm really surprised it's been able to go this long. It's a fantastic story arc.
Have you been reading? I saw they came out with Superior Spider-Man Team Up. Are you reading that too?
Yeah, no, I read the first couple issues. I kind of checked out of it.
Oh, okay.
It kind of seemed silly. Superior Carnage, holy shit.
Jeez.
Um,
Oh, did
All
you did you read the new X-Men? Was it? There's all new X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, X-Men, and then the new one that's just starting back up again. The one with Nightcrawler. What the fuck is that called? Oh man, that was super weird. Whoop, knobs is choppy.
what?
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, you were choppy there for a second. Oh, now you're back.
oh. Okay.
P-Flux in chat says, I love Nightcrawler. You should read whatever this is that's new. Nightcrawler's back, and pirate ships in heaven.
Pirate ships in heaven. I miss, like, I still can't believe they haven't put the Starjammer stuff up on Comixology, because I would love to reread that, because I only have half of that little story arc they did with, X-Men in Space thing.
Huh.
First
never
time
read
you
that.
actually got to see the Imperial Guard in its full glory from
Nice.
the Shi'ar Empire. I'm trying to find. Hold on, let me put this up here. AI has been really good.
I've been reading that. That hasn't clicked with me yet. I like, who's the robot guy with the red face?
Oh, Vision.
Yeah, I like Vision in that, but the rest of them, I don't, not really clicking with me yet.
Vision's really good in this last issue, in issue 6.
Oh, I haven't read that one yet.
But no, let's see, Superior Carnage is surprisingly great. Like, I really wasn't expecting that to be anything special, and I'm like, they're really trying to do this?
Really?
Like, they just killed Claw, and he exploded, and then whatever body they had Carnage on, Carnage got blown off and landed all over Mastermind, and then it's like, he's just like, oh, it's creeping in my brain. Oh no. It's like, Long Shot saves the universe.
Oh yeah, how's that?
I don't know. I got halfway through it.
Oh, excuse me. Whew.
I'm trying to think what else been reading that's really caught my
I
eye.
haven't been reading a lot lately. Not a lot has been, really grabbing my eye. I'm reading all the X-Men stuff, especially after Battle of the Atom is over. Did you read the end of that?
No. Actually, I never really read that at all. Like, outside of its crossover into All New X-Men. Which they kind of let that whole story arc just kind of twisted in the wind, didn't they?
All New X-Men?
Yeah.
They just came out with another issue, and it's dealing with all the fallout from Battle of the Atom.
Huh. I wish
Which
download.
didn't end... I wasn't crazy about how that ended.
Oh, yeah. Injustice, I don't know if, maybe that's the annual. Yeah, the annual. They killed Lobo.
Jeez.
Wow.
oh shit, they killed Lobo.
Wow.
Um, yeah. Harley Quinn is awesome in that.
God, you are
Spider-Man,
just
Iron Man 18.
you are
Like,
freezing left and right over here.
do
That's
you want me
weird.
try? I don't know what I can do to fix that. Maybe I'll turn my video
Do
off.
better.
Try turning it off and on again.
I don't know. I can't remember. Like, I just read the last issue of Invincible, and I can't tell you what happened. There's like a lull in the storm, but so far, I mean, the only thing that's really been grabbing me lately has been the Superior Spider-Man run.
Yeah, I read the
Like
first
they-
couple issues of that after you had me read Spider-Man. What was it 500, 400?
Yeah. 600.
600, yeah.
Might have been 700. I don't remember.
It
Spider-Man's
was
been around
way
for a long
up
time.
there. I enjoyed where that was going, but it was still Spider-Man. It wasn't super grabbing me. Just
Yeah,
wasn't.
this is the first time I've been really. Can
Try
you still
turn-
hear me all right?
Yeah, try turn. No, your whole thing cuts out all at once. Try turning off your video for a little bit.
All right, but for the most part, it's been really good. This whole angle with, Otto Octavius having that dual mindset
Yeah.
of, wait, I have these inclinations just a murderous rampage, but I can't because it'll ruin my persona as Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Like, I love it when he runs into people that he had, like, ran into in his past. Like, he ran into Black Cat, he just punched her in the face, and she's like, dude!
What the F?
Yeah. That was really fun.
Huh.
But yeah, so far he's been apprehending everybody that, usually would get a pass, so...
That's fun.
Like, it's, I don't know, it's really good.
At least it's something different.
Yes. It is something totally different, and ever since he nuked his brain from Parker, Parker hasn't showed up in an issue in probably, maybe, I'm going to say 10
Oh, you froze again.
issues. Like, not even, like, a faint memory or a hinting from his subconscious.
You froze again, and it sounded like you couldn't
what?
hear us during it either.
Oh. I hear you guys fine.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I'm so happy I upgraded to 30 meg internet.
Woo!
It's been nothing but a headache.
I'm assuming you don't have anything else running on your machine. No Steam or Raptor
yes.
business.
Raptor is up. Close that. I'll close Dropbox. Or let me close Dropbox. A whole bunch of. I don't understand this. Like, let's leave this thing.
Whoop. I just closed Skype.
Awesome.
Oh. Oh, shit.
That was great. That was wonderful.
Every week.
Yep.
Oh, no, he's not even online. Oh.
Yay.
There you are.
What fucking? I so yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
Let's go through everything that's running. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, Skype's open. I should probably get rid of that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't know how to turn that off. What's there going? I need Bluetooth. That should be everything. I don't know.
Well, we'll just deal with it. I mean, we're doing something over the internet, and the internet will break. So,
Yep.
as a given for the internet.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I say that as Knobs has a really bad freeze. Oh,
Did we lose him?
yep.
Man, the internet just hates him today.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Always is.
Yay!
Yay.
Howdy.
Hi. Fuck it.
Let's talk
do
about
this.
some video games, huh?
Yeah.
All right. You ready, Hannah?
Yep.
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Over there is Knobs.
Chicken wings.
And over there is the Vito Viking himself, the Hannah.
Yo.
Apologies in advance. Pretty much everyone's having internet problems, so
Yes.
good times. Knobs, what you been playing?
Oh, hey, buddy.
Oh, I was
There
going to
you
ask the question of, hey, who got an Xbox One? I was going to raise my hand, but nobody else did, so I'll talk about that later.
It wasn't for not trying, though.
Apparently... What? Now you're back. Whoop. No, I don't have audio.
We'll see. What? No, I wasn't talking.
I hate the internet.
Did we break again?
Yep.
Yep.
Are we still going?
Yep.
Cool. All right, yeah, so I tried buying an Xbox One, failed miserably several times this week, so
Great.
Yay. Anyway, Left 4 Dead 1, Monday Night Game Night, Left 4 Dead 2, I should say. I think we played Dark Carnival.
That's always a good one. Froze again.
Yep.
Should I just keep rolling with this, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
We're doing it live.
All right. F it. Oh, man, that was huge. I'm sorry.
This is... Welcome to That
Anyway.
Video Game Podcast, everyone.
Oh.
You know, the internet was okay when we were talking about comics. Let's just do that again.
Yeah. we were doing all right pregame. But yeah, much like Left 4 Dead Monday Night Game Night this week, is about as well as this is going right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
All right.
So we had several or 3 crashes was about our limit in that, and ended up with another big L.
So you're saying this is a Lifetime Channel dramatic reenactment?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Might as well. I'm spreading the love. I have a mist of buzzing technology failures around me right now. So
Great.
If this is a Lifetime movie, is Rob Lowe going to be here?
Of course.
Oh, awesome.
Why not?
He's contractually obligated.
so is a young Charlie Sheen for PBS. Anywho, but anyway, yeah. So that was a frustrating experience. Everyone was kind of just, I mean, we were restarting in the middle of chapters. We had to do math, and it wasn't. It was a rough night.
That's where we really hit the roadblocks. When we started having to do math,
You know,
night's over.
it should say on the back of the box, remedial math skills required.
For those of you that want to get that joke, please watch the live stream, twitch.tv/E1M1
Yeah, but you know, but I did have some more fun with games. Pretty much, Tiny Death Star has completely consumed my life.
Man, welcome to the Tiny Tower world.
It's ridiculous.
It's like when we were playing Game Dev Story, where it's like, oh, it's 3 a.m. Okay, I could just keep playing a little bit more though.
I did the same thing. Like I first thing I do, I get in the morning, I check my tower. I'm like, what am I doing? It's 5:30 in the morning. So I check it, I get everything stocked back up. Apparently I've been building more below grade than I have above. I have 10 Imperial levels.
Holy crap!
Yeah, all my money's been going to the Death Star.
That's
Unstoppable.
Death Star things.
Yeah. Death
But,
Star
yeah.
stuff.
And then I've been it's very exclusive if you live on my Death Star. If you do not have a 9 in the job that I need you at, and it's not your dream job, guess what? You don't have a place to sleep.
We have very high expectations of the employees working in the Death Star.
Oh man.
We are committed to excellence.
Oh, it is. It's a march.
Good is the enemy of great in the Death
You
Star.
better be clones to get on my star.
I only want the choicest of clones.
That's right.
The
Only-
tastiest of nugs.
The choicest. Oh,
This is just
man.
going to be inside joke episode.
Might as
Although
well
if you're
be.
starting at episode 318, I don't know what to tell you. Stan Lee
Yeah.
was wrong. That's what I'll
There's
tell you.
there's been a few things that have happened. Just
Yeah.
a few. Just a little tidbits. But yeah, no, I've been checking that thing like crazy, and like I love coming back from work, and then all of a sudden, hey, guess what? You're out everything, but hey, you got 20 grand.
Yeah,
to
I
play
love that
Yeah.
where the Emperor just spins around in that chair and he's like, while you
But-
were gone.
No, when it's really big, he goes, "Behold, this is what has happened with your Death Star." I'm
Amazing.
like, dude, that's awesome. You little ET face you and hoodie. But no, it's cool. The only one thing's really been creeping me out on this game is there's a dude.
Dropped again. Da-ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-da. Back.
And then his eyes are just going really, really big, like the whole time. Like he's doing all shifty eyes. Did I pop back doing this?
Yes.
Oh. Oh my god. If anyone... This is gonna be the best episode ever. You can just do Mad Libs. What was Knobs talking about before he came back and said, and then his eyes were really big?
He's doing all shifty. Like he looks like he's gonna steal one of the hollow chest pieces. Just like, whatever. That was fun.
This is my new favorite episode. I'm not gonna edit this. I'm just gonna leave all of this in.
Nice. You gonna use the panel recording with me cutting in and out too?
Oh yeah.
I'm
I'm just gonna. This is gold, Jerry.
Sweet. Yeah. So Tiny Death Star. Played a bit of Lumines here and there, just kind of failing miserably on my retries.
Just to keep you up, just to keep you functioning.
Yeah,
Not enough
I just
to keep
it just
you
like,
addicted. Just
it just wears me out now. Like
Yeah.
I just like my eyes just go from I'm alert to oh I gotta go to bed.
one luminous isn't enough. Now you got to go back to your dealer and you have to get 2 at a time.
I know I've got to get Lumini.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh.
Boom boom. Then I downloaded the game for Windows this month with Trenched.
Oh, nice.
That game is awesome.
Had you not
Yeah.
played that before?
No,
Trench is
It's
really
super
great.
Sweet.
no, there's way too much stuff going on in this game for me to really be, I don't know, good at it.
God,
Like,
I can't believe you haven't played this game. Oh, I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Oh man.
It's right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
How did
this
you
is-
not, like
It's free. It's super in my wheelhouse
Oh, man.
now.
yeah.
God, that game is so good. Oh,
we
man,
might need
I could
to
have sworn
play
you and
that
I had
this week.
played that together.
No, we played a little bit of Renegade Ops together.
What was trenched? Trenched?
It's
What was
Iron
it?
Brigade
Thank you.
now.
Iron Brigade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been Gatling Gears.
Oh, yep. There we go.
That was the game we played.
Yep. God, that game was good too.
Yeah,
Stick
game
me
was
in
a
a
lot.
giant mech and I'm happy.
yeah. This kid's got chicken legs.
Hee.
But no, that game's really good. There's a lot of stuff to dig into as far as upgrades and loot and all this other
there
crazy stuff and the most maddening beard I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Sick beards, bro.
I can't. Someone has had to have recreated that at a con or something, haven't they?
I'm
Like
I
this,
would hope
like
so.
that triple tiered whatever thing that's growing off that guy's face.
Triple tiered
Yeah.
beard disaster.
Oh man,
Beard
that's a
nightmare.com.
lot of teasing. not like mean bullying teasing,
Just-
but hair tease. I can picture a guy with 2 fists and picks.
No,
Like to get that
my
quaff
mind
just
went
right.
the other way, where it's like that's a lot of beard. That's how beards do it for me.
Yeah,
I just keep pulling back, and there's more beard. Oh,
man, that'll tickle everything.
I'm so tired.
Anyway,
God, I
so
can't write it down fast enough.
I just,
so
that's the
so
title
last-
too. Keep writing.
So lastly, I forget what was it. Like I signed on Xbox Live to finish watching a movie after I got home late, and I see Donnie sitting in a party. So I'm like,
By
yeah, I'm gonna
himself
hop in
again?
see what's going on there. So I hop in, and of course Moon's in the party. I'm like, all right, what's up? And all of a sudden, it's like, hey, we playing Gears, Cowboy? I'm like, Donnie, it's like 12 o'clock. I'm not doing anything. Then all of a sudden, Tomsy signs on. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no, there's something. Perfect storm is welling up here.
Yeah.
So we were up till 2 o'clock in the morning playing Horde mode.
Of course.
Just doing whatever. I finally got my combat mechanic ribbon or
Oh.
medal. So I did that 1,000 times, repair 5 items and whatever. And then I got then the back call went out to go, let's play Gears. I think it was yesterday. So I get home, I sign on, no one shows up. So I'm just sitting there like leveling up my first so I have my first 5 weapons: the Hammer Burst, Lancer, Retro, Sawed Off, and Shoddy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to get all those to my silver medal, and then that way I could actually have the super reload mutator.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently I haven't done that for myself yet. I've been piggybacking off other people for so long.
Leeches.
Yeah. So I finally got that wrapped up yesterday. That was fun. That game's just fun to play.
Yeah.
Like, just I don't.
It's just good.
I think honestly, I think it's the reload that just makes that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just puts that you hit that active reload and you're like, oh yes,
Oh, I got that.
and like and it has that when you have super reload on, it has a dong, like this really cool
Yeah.
noise when you do it.
Yeah.
Like it
It's
hits
like-
resonance with the gun.
It's like it's the death bell rings. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna rain some hellfire bullets around. But yeah, so I played a whole bunch of that, and I was checking all my other medals and stuff. I guess I'm one Gears 3 event away from getting my Onyx medal for playing Gears 3 events.
Oh, nice.
And there's no events to be had.
Brutal.
So, whatever. But no, Gears still a great game. And outside of my shenanigans trying to buy an Xbox this week, or PS4, it's just it was just infuriating.
Came home empty-handed time and time again.
Well, yeah, even not just empty-handed from trying to buy a big-ticket item, empty-handed from trying to buy any DVD. I'm sorry, or Blu-ray. I'm sorry, it shouldn't take me 4 attempts to find, like 4 individual trips to find a specific movie that's there. Your website told me it's there.
What movie
Where
was it?
is it? It was The Hobbit, the extended edition.
Oh.
So
It's
let me tell
flying
you
off the
where
shelves.
so let me tell you where I eventually found it. Since there's no new release section anymore,
Okay.
there are those little cardboard kiosks like in the middle of the aisles
Oh.
that you literally walk into as you're going into the building. I found it in that little two DVD wide section near the checkout aisle. Like where like the $2 DVDs used to be.
Yeah.
Like
Someone
there.
left it there because they didn't have enough money to buy it when they got in the
No.
line.
No, there was like 10 of them there. Like
What?
why wouldn't this be with all the other
Why aren't
new
with you
stuff?
friends? Go over there.
Like it's
You're a
it,
new
it
release.
made no sense. I was like, yeah, it's right next to Looper. Great, because I was
I'll
already
just
own
pick up
that
both
one.
while I'm here. Why not?
Ugh. So I don't know. I might be done with Best Buy after this. After
That
this,
sounds like it.
I don't blame you.
because I am so frustrated with this store right now.
I want to go buy a new TV, and I keep thinking I should swing by a Best Buy on the way home. And I drive by, and I'm like, no, I'm okay. Thanks.
Honestly, last time I bought a TV, I just waited for a good woot to happen, and I bought it.
I have a specific TV I want, though.
Okay.
So, because I always do too much research when I'm buying a TV instead of just going into the store and being like, yeah, that one looks really... Oh, it's cheap. Okay.
Yeah.
Or like buying a Vizio, because Vizios are actually really great now.
Oh yeah.
I bought like a Vizio 30-something inch for work, and it was like $250. I was like,
Wow. It's not bad at
let's
all.
get 3, and I bought 3.
But I mean, there's as far as TVs and stuff go, it's still not a bad place to shop for those items because they usually have it's very well stocked. Like that seems to be the only thing they're doing right.
Yeah, and I don't have a Costco membership, so...
Oh man,
I do.
Gross.
All right, Knobs, you played anything else?
No.
All right, Hannah, what you got?
Not enough is what I got. It's been a very
Amen,
busy
sister.
week. I played by standards. I hit Splunky and Rayman Origins.
Can we talk about Spelunky for a minute? Because
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been playing a lot of that on my Vita.
Yeah.
and they just introduced, they just patched it on Vita, fixed a whole bunch of bugs, and introduced the daily challenges, which are going to be the end of me.
Yeah, that is going to be
man.
the enemy. I was really mad when I played the first one. I was like, all right, daily challenge. Didn't even make it through the first level. I was like, I'll just try again. Didn't realize you couldn't do that.
Yeah,
That was
it's a
depressing.
really cool idea because everyone, for anyone that I had no idea this had been on the PC for a while because
Yeah.
oddly I didn't own the PC version of Spelunky until
Yeah, you just played the
yesterday.
HTML5 version.
Everybody gets for daily challenges. Everyone that plays the daily challenge gets the exact same map, and then it just lists out how far you went and how much money you got cumulative. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a fun thing where you can. It always lists out your friends at the end of it, and then you can look at the whole leaderboards as a whole. But
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of a
play.
cool idea, and it keeps me back to playing Spelunky every day
Yeah.
because I'm still pretty bad at it. So usually
Yep.
I'll get to like 1-2 and then be like, oh, I can just follow up spikes.
Yeah. I've gotten a decent bit better at it. I can get from... So I've started doing full runs again instead of just practicing the individual areas because I'm comfortable with each individual area now. I still hate the arrow traps because they're just absolutely brutal.
I really like that there's a lot of ways around the arrow traps.
There are, but my least favorite thing about them is the fact that it's like, okay, I can, run off the edge, and if it's a clear area, I can just fall and it'll miss me. But if you're too close to a wall, the arrow will just bounce off of it and hit you in the head anyway.
Oh,
And that sucks
I
because
really-
it takes 2 health.
I really like that there's a lot of options for disarming it. Like,
Yeah. You can blow it up.
you can blow it up. You can throw rocks. You can throw
Anything,
pots.
really. Yeah.
You can. I found out the other day you can drop ropes and it'll set it
Yeah.
off.
Yep,
My
I've done that
favorite
one.
one is throwing the people in distress because they
Oh,
take
yeah,
2
yeah.
hits, so you can throw one and be like, "See you at the bottom," whatever.
Oh yeah, no. So the damsels in distress. And the Vita version, you can change what their avatar is. It doesn't have to be a damsel.
Yeah,
Mine's a pug.
Yeah, I actually put it on all 3 because I like
Okay.
getting the randomness of, and they had that in the PC version when it came out. And I think
Nice.
they patched it into the original version of the PC one way back when too.
Yeah, I was super happy with that. I was like, oh man, I can rescue a puppy. I'm in.
Well, and I like the noise it makes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
God, Spelunky's good. Okay, I'll just
Yeah.
talk about Spelunky all day. Let's.
Oh
move on.
yeah, it's. But I have actually gotten almost all the way through the mines and then the jungle and then the ice level in one run.
Nice.
So I'm really happy with my progress in this game. I'm not great at it, but I'm not
Getting
as
close.
awful as I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I played a little bit more Deus Ex. Not enough to really talk about. It's still great. It's still a ton of fun. I haven't gotten to another boss yet.
Have you run into anything else that's new between the bosses?
Not really.
It's really
I
like
mean,
system stuff.
yeah, it all looks great, except for the movies. Like I don't know what they did with the cutscenes, but they like rendered them in 720p and then like upscaled them. They're all they don't look good.
They're all like blurry looking.
They're
They're
not
like
even blurry.
elongated heads.
Not even that. It's just like they could have been much sharper. And from something being published by Square Enix, you would expect them to be.
Yeah, like one of the kings of
The
cutscenes. You know, them
Yeah.
and Blizzard, and CD Projekt Red. Oh man.
Yeah.
Whew.
I'm trying to
Hotness.
think if I've run into anything different in Deus Ex. I don't think I have. Other than just, I really like the fact that you have those like auto hack grenades now. Those have come in
Yeah.
handy so many times. Like the police station was so much easier with those.
Just chucking
So-
those things over your shoulder. Like, see you guys later.
Well, you have to get close enough to actually like be able to hack it, but instead of like getting up and like hacking it, it's like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm just gonna slap this thing on there and then go use it for like a split second when no one's looking.
Yeah.
It's much easier to use a computer in that game for like 2-3 seconds than it is to hack it in the amount of time that you have between patrols and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that game's still a blast. But the main game I've been playing / yelling at this week is XCOM Enemy Within.
Ooh.
And when I say yelling at this game, I mean literally screaming profanity at my computer because it will not let up. I have played a total of like 2 months in game, and I have run probably 9 or 10 missions,
Wow.
which is absurd.
Jeez.
Like I've done, I think 4 abductions already, one alien terror attack.
That thing is just
I've
rapid
shot down
fire.
like 3 or 4 UFOs already, and just it's just not nice.
Wow.
But it's so much fun. And trying to the things they've added, the way Enemy Within works as an expansion pack is it doesn't add on like end game content. It changes the whole base game.
Yeah, and you can pick the original game or Enemy Within, right?
Yes, you can play either one.
Nice.
And I'm playing Enemy Within right now because I really wanted to check out the new stuff, and I haven't been able to dig into it because I've been just getting my butt handed to me.
Yeah.
Handed it to me, apparently.
Handed it.
No. Hippopotamus.
So the first thing that really, really angered me was one of the new units, which basically looks like a Sentinel from the Matrix.
Okay.
And it doesn't really attack you so much as it chokes the crap out of one of your units.
Oh.
And so basically what this thing does is you come across it and then it immediately disappears because it has a cloaking system.
Of course.
Which is awesome. And then you have to basically move your whole team in a unit, and you can't fire at anything because you need everyone to be on Overwatch for when this thing eventually attacks one of your guys. Because
Right.
it will.
It's not
And so
if,
it
it's a when.
reappears. Yeah. And it does, I don't even know if it does damage. I think it does like 1 or 2 damage. It doesn't do high damage, but it causes like oxygen loss. And what ends up happening is you shoot if this thing actually gets its tentacles around you, you can't move more than like 1 square
Oh.
with that character for the rest of that turn
Oh, wow.
until they catch their breath. Which
that's really nasty.
that's
Holy
really
crap.
brutal, and it really sucks because I haven't gotten to the point in the game where I can like identify these guys yet.
Oh.
Or like make them reappear, or I can make my dudes invisible, but I'm not paying $150 for 1 grenade.
Have you captured any of them?
I haven't yet. I haven't even built like the containment unit yet.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that's how early in the game I am.
Holy
I haven't
crap.
even built the alien containment unit yet.
Wow.
And
So you're telling me the thing that's choking you is causing oxygen loss?
Crazy,
Yes.
I know. P-Flux in chat says you cannot capture them. So
Oh.
that's a super bummer.
that's a super.
I was
bummer.
hoping it'd be one of those things where you caught them and it's like, now we've decoded their cloaking
Yeah.
science.
Well, actually, if you after you've killed a few of them, I think after you do the autopsy on it, you get like this thing called the ghost grenade, which allows you to it allows you to disappear. It also lets you. There's a couple other things it gives you.
Now
I
you
didn't
see me
really
now,
look at
Ghost
it.
Grenade.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my new band name.
Ghost
Yes.
grenade.
What's up,
That's a good
Cleveland? We're
one.
Ghost Grenade.
Write that down.
Thank you.
Ghost grenade. All right. So the other stuff I've been running into is fairly standard. I like the fact that you can give your guys medals now. So there's 3 different medals that I've come across so far.
Okay.
But
My
you can
first
give
thought
like,
was like, you get a gold star. Good job.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh,
But it's more like you get a medal and it gives you like a small boost to something. Like it'll give you +5 defense.
Oh,
Here's
cool.
a pencil topper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kinda cool.
And it confers different abilities. I think so. The way they work is you can rename them. I just kept the generic names because I'm feeling lazy this game.
Medal number 1.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like Urban Combat Cross is one of them.
Why would you rename that?
I know,
That's
right?
awesome. That's my
That is
first
pretty
EP
sweet.
from Ghost Grenades. Oh, it just has a picture of
nice.
what's his face from Lords of Shadow on the top,
Yeah. And
wearing a
there's
backwards hat.
there's some really interesting abilities. One of them is like the International Service Medal or something like that. And for each unit in your, or for each team member of your team, if they're from a different country, you get like a bonus every time there's a different person from a different country.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. So that gives me reason to diversify.
International coalition.
Yeah, pretty much.
Justice League. What? Is the third medal the Shepard
have different
Spectre
hats?
Award?
It should be, but it's not.
Curses.
I could probably rename it to that though.
You should-
There's another
Wait.
one that's like the council, like so the council in the game has their own medal that they give you, and it's actually pretty It's not overpowered, but it's like pretty serious. One of it was like you get +1 to either I think aim or damage
Ooh.
if you're like it seems to be like a sniper specific medal.
Nice.
If you're not within 7 tiles of a friendly unit, you get like +1 to aim. I think it goes up to like +10,
Ooh.
which is just ridiculous. So if you've got a squad sight sniper that's like 17 tiles back, it's gonna ruin things.
Yes.
What else have I run into this game? Oh, so all the chatter like on the reviews for this game have said like, oh, the more you play this game, the more you're going to go after meld, which is the new like substance that allows you to merge your troops with it allows you to
like
make
the
the
cybernetic
mechanized
stuff?
troops. Yeah, with like the cybernetics
Yeah.
and the genetic modifications. I literally just started building those labs in this part of the game. Like
Yeah.
they haven't even completed because I hit search for scan for incidents in the mission control, and I had just gotten like decimated the last mission, and it went like 2 days, and it was like, oh look, another. I literally Alt F4'd out of the game. I was so
Peace.
angry. I was like, you got to be kidding me! Not again.
Yeah.
And I'm playing it on normal. It's not like I'm playing it on like classic.
Or Iron Man or something.
Yeah, I'm not even playing Iron Man, and I turned Save Scum on because I had to.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's one of the additional options that you can choose at the beginning of your game, like Iron Man or like random stats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I turned on Save Scum because I know how this game goes,
I know I will need to abuse it at some point.
and
You
like
have to turn
I
off useless items.
Yeah.
I literally got a 99% chance to hit on a unit, and it missed. So
course.
yeah, I reloaded that save.
Welcome back to
'Cause-
XCOM.
Yeah, like that was like,
I'm
hey,
sitting
welcome
next
back.
to someone with a shotgun. Whoop, missed.
Yeah, you took a super calculated risk that was like you have a 98 or like 99% chance to hit. Yeah, you know that 2%? I'm that 2%.
It got you.
Came through strong.
Yeah.
May the
So
odds ever be in your favor.
This episode brought to you by The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. See you in the movies. See you in theaters this weekend.
but despite my absolute rage at this game, I still love it. I still hate losing a soldier. I still hate seeing a guy. Even like I don't even like seeing them go down like temporarily. Like that just hurts because you know they're
Yeah.
going to be out for like. Because I didn't get the bonus yet where it heals your guys in halftime, so it's like, oh, you're out for 16 days. That
Oh.
sucks.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like part of the XCOM experience is hating yourself a little bit, kind of like Spelunky.
And yeah.
Yeah, like it's just
Well, see, Splunky is like, since you don't see the percentages and it's more directly controlled, Splunky, I don't really hate the game. I hate me for being bad
I
at the
hate
game.
myself and what I've done because I'm a terrible person. Thank you, Spelunky.
But because you get so much more information and feedback from XCOM,
Yeah, the percentages is the worst. Oh, 99%,
it's
and it'll kill this
uh,
dude. Great.
no, it won't. Yeah, he has 1 health left. I'm right next to him with a pistol because I have no more ammo left.
Yeah.
And I take my shot and I miss. You should really just turn that pistol around on yourself because you're dead.
That'll miss too, so don't worry.
Boom! Uh-oh.
Aimed at my head, foot shot off. Out
Yeah,
for 16
right.
days.
Oh. I really can't get enough of it, though. And it's funny because I was playing it throughout the week. I'll play like 20,
Whoops.
30 minutes in the morning before I catch my train for work. And in those little chunks, it's like, oh, this game's really enjoyable because you can, do a little base building and then do like one mission.
Yeah.
And then I sat down today for the first time this week to like play a good chunk of it, and everything went south. Literally everything.
One of those things where you're like, yeah, I'm in a really good position right now. Maybe I'll. Whoop, nope, everything's on fire.
I got like 5 satellites. I got like 2 satellite uplinks,
Jeez.
and everything's great. And then I go to build a 3rd satellite uplink, and it's like, hey, you need more engineers. I was like, you're full of crap. I don't need more engineers. I only needed 10 for the last one. Why do I need 20 for this one?
Ooh.
Ugh. And I haven't even gotten into, actually, P-Flux just mentioned this in chat. Wait until your base gets attacked, because that's a new
Oh my
feature
god,
in this.
I'm not buying this.
I don't know
I
if
can't
I
do this.
at least not on normal. Like, I think I might go down to easy and like
Yeah.
try to ease myself back into this game, because normal is, it's not going well, guys.
You back, Knobs?
Yep.
Hey. All right. Anything else you played?
No. Oh, actually, no. I did play Oddworld Stranger's Wrath briefly.
Yeah.
Because it was the PS Plus game. It's not bad, but it's very clearly a PS2 era game because there's hidden loading screens everywhere. It's like, oh, take this elevator up. It's like, huh, you're loading, aren't you?
Mass Effect.
Yeah. That's
I've been spending a ton of time with my Vita lately, and the majority of it has been playing Dragon's Crown. I am like 25 hours into Dragon's Crown, and I have not finished it yet.
Ooh, wow.
I am really addicted to. So there's a super cool thing that happens in Dragon's Crown about halfway through the game, where as part of the story you get blocked off from being able to go back into the levels, and the main quest giver explains to you that something happened in the area where this portal that goes into the actual individual levels. And every time you go in there now, it just randomizes levels. So there's 9 total levels, and before you would go through the gate, and you'd pick your level, and you'd just go through it. After you're done, you would come back to town. But what happens...
like you do.
Yeah, like you do. What happens now is you go into the portal, and you go into a level, and it's a random level. And then at the end it says, well, do you want to go back to town, or do you want to continue adventuring? And if you continue, here are all the bonuses you would get, and the bonuses increase every time. So
Nice.
it might start off with like, well, you get 25% more experience, and then 0 in the other categories, but next time it'll be 40%, and then next time it'll be 55, and then the other ones are increasing too. Like, you get more score, you're getting better loot, you're getting more money. So most of the time I'm going in there, and I'm just going as far as I can until I run out of equipment because it's all broken. And last night I did all 9 in one sitting.
Nice.
And it's great because there's 9 levels, and each one has 2 different paths. So you can really randomize your entire experience the entire time you're playing, and there's over 50 quests in the game. So now I'm just going through this whole thing, trying to knock out as many quests as I can, going back to town and getting more. And every time you finish a quest, it just starts giving you more until you're at the 50. So it's just... I kind of want to knock out all these quests before I finish the game proper. I just learned there's 3 difficulties. So I've spent 25 hours playing one character through one difficulty. There's 6 characters, 3 difficulties apiece. So I'll just be playing this game forever.
Okay.
So
yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, it's just, oh man, so good. I picked up last week while we were recording. I picked up that Valdis story game.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, I wrote
nice.
that down. How is it?
I mainly fired it up to see how the PS4 controller works on the PC, and verdict is 2 thumbs up.
Nice.
That was 1. Here's 2 thumbs up. Plugged in, installed drivers, things just worked. Started mapping stuff in the game, and it was great. Valdis story seems really interesting. It seems very, very much like a traditional Metroidvania game.
Cool.
In the way that I'm going through areas, I'm like, well, I probably need double jump for that. Oh, it looks like I can probably roll into a ball. I can do that over there. You know, you're sort of getting this mental checklist of like, well, how would I get up that wall? That's weird. The story seems weird in a way that I'll probably ignore it if it keeps getting weirder.
Okay.
Looks really great. There's some really great hand-drawn art for a lot of the pictures. and the sprite work in the game is really solid. Really, really, really good stuff.
Nice.
So it seems I haven't had enough time to really dig into it. I played it for probably 15, 20 minutes. But the initial impression was really, really strong. It seems like it could be a really cool game. It could be a really interesting Metroidvania game. So we don't get enough of those that often. So I'm interested to kind of keep digging into that one. Space Base DF9, they came out with Alpha 2, and now there's a bunch of new additional stuff. I fired it up to make sure it works. Seems like it runs a little bit better now. And there's a whole bunch of extra stuff, and I didn't want to start a brand new base to really see that stuff. Not that you have to. My old save worked, which was kind of great. I don't really expect that in an alpha.
That's pretty sweet.
I could immediately use all the new stuff, but I kind of don't want to because I already have my base set up how I like it. So, another alpha. I got. I was a backer for Hex, the trading card game MMO.
Okay.
Way back when it was running. They sent me an invite. They finally got to my Kickstarter tier for inviting us to the alpha, and I was really excited because it seems like a more complex version of Hearthstone. And we all know how I feel about Hearthstone.
Yeah.
No,
I don't like that at all.
No mas.
And I go to create an account, and it doesn't finish. So it's very much still an alpha.
Verifying account.
Yeah, it gets all the way to the end of the bar, and then I let it run for about 5 hours, and it never finished. So it's an alpha, so I can't play it.
That's usually what happens to me when I'm registering a new account for something. Oh wait, you messed up something. You hit back, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, and then you go back and you're like, well, I'll just sign up for it again. Account already exists. It's like,
and you're
like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I picked up an Xbox One because I'm dumb, and I apparently have too much money.
Yeah,
clearly. So your opinions are solely yours and not yours of your employers.
Thank you very much. I forgot to talk about that at the beginning. Thank you. I don't like this one bit. Let me just get that out of the way. I don't like anything about the experience that I have. I like one thing about the experience I've had so far. So
it turned on.
I want to direct. Well, almost not.
Oh man.
So I want to directly compare my experience to what I've done. The experience that I've had with the PS4, because I feel like the experience with the PS4 has been everything I want out of a brand new console, and to have it available for the launch is even better. So it began with unboxing the Xbox One. With the PS4, you take out the console, put that aside because you don't want that anymore. You take out the controller, HDMI cable, and headset, and you're done. When you unbox the Xbox One, you're taking out the Kinect, and with a giant cable, which is great.
Yeah.
Headset, HDMI cable, power brick, the console itself, and then there was one more cable. I don't remember what. So you're like just pulling all of this stuff out of this box. I have this giant mass of things in front of me to.
I haven't heard a controller come out of that box yet.
Oh, the controller, which is in this really weird black bag, which, by the way, requires AA batteries. What?
What?
They give you Duracells, which, thank you, by the way. I spent $500 on console. I actually genuinely appreciate you could give me real batteries instead of, like, Sanyo. These were 2 cents a box, like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so fine. The battery pack is actually really cool on the controller. It fits flush with the back of the controller now, so it doesn't have that protruding mass, that bulbous thing on the back of it anymore. I don't like that controller at all.
Ooh.
I'm really it's a lot heavier than the Xbox 360 one because I'm used to the wired one.
Yeah.
The bumpers are really bad. The bumpers are I really don't understand why they changed the bumpers. They're too close to the face of the controller, so I never feel like I'm actually hitting them. The D-pad, I don't know if I got a bad one. Not happy with it. Not real. Just, ugh. So, hooked all that stuff up. Took me an hour to get all this stuff unboxed and hooked up and everything connected. Turn it on, and it starts booting, which of course takes a while because it's a cold boot. That's fine. And it starts off with it shows you a big picture of the controller and doesn't tell you, but shows you very subtly that you need to hit the Xbox button on the controller. So you hit that, and then it zooms in on the face buttons and tells you to hit A. Shows you, not tells you, to hit A. And then you do that, and your controller's synced, which is great.
Cool.
One of the two things I'm happy with. I'll get to the other one. It immediately, we all knew this, but I didn't know how bad it was. Immediately said, hey, by the way, there's an update. Do you want to do that, or do you want to turn off your Xbox One? Those were your options.
Two options.
Download update, turn off Xbox One. So I went in to download the update, which was 500 something megs, and took a while.
That sucks.
And this was Saturday afternoon, so this should be a little bit past everyone just hammering these servers. It still took a while. The actual patching went pretty quickly. I was pretty happy with that. There was a tiny little bar, almost like how the iOS updates look. Just this real tiny little bar on your TV, updated, went back to reboot, everything was fine. And it has you go through connecting to the internet, which I hardwire my consoles, so that was super easy. It just said, hey, you're on the internet, thanks.
Awesome.
And then went through calibrating the Kinect, which is virtually the same thing it was on the Xbox 360. It plays that like chimey song, and then plays it really loud, and then does like the 5.1 stuff, and then a progress bar came up, and once it hit 100%, it's like, hey, you're good. It's like, okay. I wasn't able to set up using my face to log in, because it wasn't seeing me in the room, because I was way off on the other side and I didn't feel like moving, because I am exactly that lazy.
Nice.
And then it signed into the console, and that UI is really rough. It's confusing in a way that is really hard to explain without using it, because it has multiple layers to it. So when you go into an application, for example, like your friends list or your activity feed, and you hit B to get back to the dashboard, that doesn't work.
What?
B works like the back button in an internet browser, or like most people have used Windows 7 or Windows 8 when they changed the file explorer, where it has front and back, and you're used to going up a directory, and when you hit back, you're like, wait, no, I was just in that. Wait, that directory. Wait, what? That's my same experience with the Xbox One, where I go into my friends list and I hit B to go back, and I'm like, wait, why am I in my activity? Wait, why am I back in the store now? What happened? And you hit the Xbox button on the controller, and it then sends you back to the dashboard. And I was just like, wait, what? wait, how? So as soon as I hit that, I was like, all right, wait, I'm going to watch the tutorial videos on here, because people were saying that they helped a lot. And, oh my god, Microsoft. It continually demonstrating to us that they are easily the least cool company when it comes to tutorials. It was actually a really cool tutorial with the worst voiceover I have ever heard. And it made a Cuban shuffle joke, not once, but twice. That is already dated.
Wow.
That's already 6 months old. So, like, on the main dashboard for the Xbox One, there's the middle part, which is basically all the really high-level things. Like, here's the game that's in your console, here's the main window, and a couple of like the store, some of your recent apps, things like that.
Yeah.
And then on the left side, which they said, and to the left, which is all your
That's
pins.
painful.
Yeah. Which is all your
Tell me
pins.
at some point it told you to go like this.
No. The other joke is it said to the right, which is
Just terrible.
just mind-alteringly bad. Hand side is all your pins. So same thing as like the Windows 8 start menu, which is just, here's all the things you just want to keep here all the time. And then over on the right-hand side is the four main categories for the console, which is games, video, music, and something else. I don't remember what. The store, I think.
Probably.
So that tutorial was good, but really badly voiced over. And then I started watching the one for the controller, and they came out with some joke that my brain has ejected from itself because it was so offensively cheesy. And then the other tutorials weren't downloaded, so I couldn't even watch those yet.
Wow.
So I just skipped the downloads. And I was like, you know what? Let me go to the store, and I'm gonna see what apps are available right now, because I wanted to download Skype. Because everything I've seen for the Skype app has looked really cool, because the Kinect camera follows the person that's talking if they're moving in the room.
Nice.
And that's kind of neat.
Yeah,
and I wanted to
absolutely.
download Upload Studio, so I could upload my recorded DVR business to wherever it goes. I have no idea. Since
Yeah.
Twitch doesn't launch for a couple of months. And I had to download Upload Studio Skype Blu-ray playback. That was a separate app.
What?
That's not right.
Xbox Music, Xbox Video, and something else that was by default. And I ran into... So here's the only other cool thing that I've really enjoyed. Code redemption on the Xbox One is how everyone needs to do it now. Every 25-digit code has a QR code on the back of it. There's a button in the store that says scan a code. You hold it up to your camera, and in literally a split second, it just says, oh, yep, code. There's
That's awesome.
There's no typing in. There's no like holding it up and it's scanning and it finding. It's just like, boop, done.
Nice.
So I redeemed my Xbox Day 1 exclusive achievement that way.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's the only achievement I have on my Xbox One right now. And I redeemed the 3 codes that came with the Xbox Day 1 versions of the 3 launch games, which was all just like, boop, done. So that was a pretty great experience. I really wanted to play a game, and I was completely unable to do so.
Wow.
How?
Let's get into... This is where I'm upset about the difference between the Xbox One and the PS4. PS4, when you put in a game, it installs what it needs to launch the game, and it has a very clear green bar on the icon of the game. It usually has like a little blue DVD icon saying this is a disc in the drive, or a game that you own the disc for. One that doesn't have it is just a downloadable game, or a game you downloaded from the store, I should say.
Yeah.
And when you install a game on PS4, it starts, if it has an update, it goes out and grabs it after it's installed the base game, so you can just start playing. And for, I think it was AC4, it said like, hey, we have a really big update. It's got a lot of stuff in it. Do you want to wait until you're done downloading it to play, or do you want to play now? And I picked play now, because I don't really care. I just wanted to play. And then when it was available, it said, hey, I've downloaded this update. Do you want to install it now? And you could at that point.
Nice.
With the Xbox One and with the PS4, you have your notifications area that has a download section and an upload section, so you can see the progress of everything you're downloading on your console.
Sweet.
On the Xbox One, they've simplified it, which on its surface I can appreciate, by saying it's installing. And that means that it's installing what it needs off the disk, but it's also downloading any patches that are available, which is great, because by the time it hits 100%, your game is ready to go. Because I'm going to assume that if you had the game installed and there was a patch, it would disconnect you from live just like it would on the Xbox 360. I don't know, because I've had all these problems. So I put in Forza 5 because I don't yet feel like playing Dead Rising 3 or especially not Rise.
Yeah.
So put in Forza 5 and it starts installing and it says, hey, by the way, there's a patch available. Do you want to start downloading? It's 6 gigabytes.
What?
And I was just like, I guess? That's
What's on the disc?
37 gigabytes is on the disc. So I was like, okay, you know what? Sure. While you're installing, just download this thing as well. It took 20 minutes for the progress bar on this game to go to 1%. And I was like, wait, am I having a problem? Because I know the Xbox Ones have had some bad disk drives. And I was like, okay, wait, hold on, let me eject this game and let me go to try to download a bunch of demos. So I download Killer Instinct because that's free. I might as well try it out.
Nice.
And then I go to try to find a demo for Crimson Dragon. Doesn't appear to be any demos in the store. Can't find that section, or these games don't have demos. Which, if you took that away from the 360, that's kind of a problem, because that was one of the big selling points for the 360 was every downloadable game has a demo. Period. Across the board. And that was really valuable. So I was like, you know what? Fine. I've got Killer Instinct. I can download, I'm downloading all my day one stuff for all these exclusive day one packages for all these games.
Yeah.
And Killer Instinct starts going pretty quickly because it's only a couple hundred megs, I think. 300, 400 megs. So reasonably sized. And that goes pretty quickly. And by the time it's done installing, it's already downloaded and installed. Just like it did on 360. So great. I'm happy with that. That seems like a good thing. So I pop Forza 5 back in. And it says, hey, we're going to start installing. We also have this 6 gig day one patch. Do you want to do that too? And I select yes. And it starts over from 0%. So I said, you know what? All right. I bet it's installing the disk and downloading the patch at the same time. Let me go see if I can find out how far the progress is for downloading. I can't. I genuinely spent half an hour trying to find where I could find progress of my downloads, and I can't. I can't click on Forza 5, hit A on Forza 5. That doesn't do anything because it's not installed. I can't hit the options button because the only option there is help, settings, and cancel the installation. Ugh. I don't know what the other face button does on the controller. It's got these 2 little boxes that are connected, but I don't know. It doesn't do anything when I hit it. So I had to let it install, and I checked yesterday after I had installed. I checked it an hour and a half later, and it was 57% of the way through. So I have not gotten a chance to play my Xbox One.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. And I've been too busy today to be able to. I'm. What frustrates me so much is I'm genuinely too busy in my day-to-day life to deal with a new game I just purchased on disc, not being able to play it within a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And this isn't even like I can't be bothered to install this. That's fine. The longest install that I had on PS4 was Assassin's Creed 2, and that was about a minute and a half. And then it did all of its other black magic in the background that it was doing. I cannot wait a couple of hours to be able to play this new game for this $500 console I just bought that I've spent 0 time with other than setting up the Kinect. I cannot tell you the blind rage that I was experiencing yesterday, and I'm starting to get really worked up about it again.
Yeah, and who could blame you?
Because
you?
I had such a great my girlfriend and I were talking about this yesterday. We both had such a great experience on the PS3 where we took it out, we plugged it in. About 15 minutes later, we were playing with the console and setting it up while it's downloading a patch. The patch took about 15 minutes. And then I was back up and running. We were putting games in and installing them just to see how fast they install. Lego Marvel Superheroes was instantly available.
Nice.
So the experience that I've had with the PS4 was the experience that I want to have as someone who's buying a brand new console that's supposed to have all these improvements over the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and then I get over the Xbox One, and it's the exact opposite of the experience that I want out of a new console, especially the console that costs $100 more than the console that's giving me a great experience.
Yeah.
And it's still like these two companies switched brains. Like that's what we were dealing with the PS3 when it launched before, where it's like, oh, this thing doesn't work, and oh, I guess I have to do this installation that it's just a black screen in a bar, and like Metal Gear Solid 4 is installing between each section, and that's a half an hour piece. You know, like that's the stuff we were dealing with last generation that I was fairly sure that both consoles had figured out at this point. And for God's sake, why are you launching a mandatory 6 gig patch? What is wrong with you?
That's unacceptable.
On top of a game,
that's amazing.
On top of a game that has so many microtransactions in it that it's nearly offensive. Like oh my God. So I don't, you know, like what am I supposed to do other than go back to my PS4 or pop a disc in and start playing? You know, like that's the experience I want to have, and I can't. So
that is terrible.
Hooray! And I also, to add insult to injury, I wanted to see what Smart Glass looked like, since my girlfriend and her mom is visiting us for a couple weeks here. My girlfriend and her mom were out there watching TV, and I didn't want to bother them with, you know, how's my download doing? You know, how's my Xbox One doing? I can't get Smart Glass to work. It's on the exact same network as the Xbox One, and it's like, I can't find it. Do you want to put its IP address in? No, I don't. What? I want it to work like PS4 worked with the PlayStation app, where it said, hey, I found these 2 PlayStation 4s on your network. Which one do you want to connect to? And then it did. Like, I just...
Wow.
Well, I mean, Smart Glass with the 360 was just amazing.
Yeah, it just hooked up.
Oh, wait, signed in? Oh, great, here's your stuff.
Yeah.
Here's your Xbox. Great.
Wow.
So, the experience that I've gotten so far has been... I knew it was going to be less than when compared to the PS4, because the PS4 came out swinging so hard, and within an hour I've got all these games installed, and I've downloaded all my free PS Plus games, and I've got my phone and my Vita connected to it, and all this stuff works. Woo, yeah. And then I just didn't think it would be this, and I did a little bit of searching after I stormed out of the room and turned my Xbox One off after everything had gone so poorly. I went to go search online for if anyone else was having these really weird Forza 5 installation problems.
Yeah.
The fix is, too many people are trying to download that patch right now. Just unplug your Xbox One from the internet. It should install just fine.
Wow.
No. I can't. I shouldn't have to do this.
You shouldn't have to crawl behind your TV.
Exactly. I did that once to
day
hook it
one.
up. That's all I should have to do. I'm just white hot rage. So, instead of playing my Xbox One, I popped in Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds for my 3DS.
Nice.
Holy crap, this game's amazing. It really is a sequel to A Link to the Past, and I think Brad from Giant Bomb put it best, that it's Link to the Past and it's not at the same time. So you're not just playing like Link to the Past HD, because I don't know if that would have been really that great. It's the second best Zelda game after Link's Awakening. But I don't know if that would have been something I would have been head over heels on, because that's a known quantity. You know, it's just Link to the Past is really great, but I love getting a new Zelda game and being like, how do I finish this dungeon? What am I doing in this dungeon? This is really crazy. And it now we drop knobs again. And I really like that the music is the same but a little bit different. The world map is the same, but a little bit different. Everything is very similar, but very, very different. And it actually has the openness that they were talking about before, where really quickly in the game, the problem that the last couple Zelda games have had is this huge 5-hour tutorial about here's how to swing a sword and here's how to use this other thing. Within probably 15-20 minutes, it had gotten the story out of the way, it had given me a reason to get a sword, and it had set me on my way.
Very
and
nice.
Here's the entire world map. Go find some dungeons. Here's the first two.
Enjoy.
Here's the first you need to. Here's the first two you need to do. But it's not stopping me from wandering around. Like at the beginning of the game, I wandered into the Lost Woods. I was just walking around.
Nice.
Like I went into the back area of the Lost Woods, with the maze and everything. And I clearly can't do anything back there yet because I don't have something. And I couldn't get into one of these other dungeons because I hadn't yet rented the right item. But it just let me loose and turned me out into the world. And I was wandering around Kakariko Village. It's basically the same as it was in Link to the Past. And it had a really cool first dungeon where it very quickly introduces you to that merging thing where he merges into a wall and turns into that like cartoon painting thing, and you walk along the edges of walls.
Yeah.
Super cool. And I really liked that it gave you not really challenging puzzles to use in the first dungeon with it, but puzzles where you had to sort of sit back and you're like, okay, wait, I can just merge into the wall and the wall moves and then I can get over here. Okay, cool.
Nice.
It challenged you enough where it wasn't just this thing where it's like, there's a gap over here, just merge in and walk on away. It gave you some real puzzles, and then there are puzzles for that merging thing all throughout the world, just
nice.
Right at the beginning. So, I had actually meant to pop that in, play that for about an hour, and then pop Tearaway in and play that for about an hour. Tearaway made it into my Vita and it installed, but have not gotten to that yet because I've been doing nothing but playing the Link Between Worlds, and it's the Zelda game I wanted. Get the stuff out of the way at the beginning you wanted to get out. Don't have a bunch of chatty characters. Send me on my way.
That's great.
And it's just that's all I want out of a Zelda game. I just want you to take the training wheels off. So I'm really happy.
Soon as you know how to play a video game and you can read.
Yeah, and there's so many really clear instructions within the UI of the game that, like, when you pick an item on the bottom screen that you want to map to the X or Y buttons, as soon as you hit it, it gives you the option. It says X or Y, and whatever you hit goes into that slot and has a little X below it saying use the X button for this. It's just Zelda has never needed that. Zelda games have never needed to give you that much help because it already does that in the UI.
Yeah.
You know
what
how
the
to
UI
play
is
this
for.
game. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it makes me really happy to own a 3DS. There've been so many great 3DS games throughout this entire year, and to kind of continue this year with a really great Zelda game coming out again that isn't Spirit Tracks, that isn't these games that start out okay and they're just not what you want. They're not the core Zelda experience, and then for it to revisit Link to the Past, one of the best Zelda games, and then build upon that without really seeming to destroy the great framework that made, you kind of can't get any better than that. So I'm gonna play the crap out of this game. And since I didn't play Tearaway, that's all I've been playing this week. So let's take a break.
Sweet.
We've been recording forever.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, crap.
I need more water. I will BRB.
Word. Do I have any chocolate over here? Hell yeah, I do. Woo!
That's fucking internet, man.
I was doing so well for a while.
Ugh.
Pflux in chat asks, Boston, when are you guys doing your next RPG broadcast thing? Good question. Let me pull up my calendar.
Soon.
I don't think it's next weekend. It will be the 7th of December. So 2 weekends from now? Yeah. Yeah. We'll be talking about all 3 Persona games that got announced today.
Oh boy.
I am very excited for 2 of those.
2? I don't know. That just kind of blows my mind about the Xbox thing. I figured like since we're so used to using Windows 8 as of late, that it should have been secondhand at this point.
And I really like Windows 8. I always have really liked Windows 8. Windows 8.1 is even better. It's always really clicked with me. And to have an interface that is so derived from the Windows 8 start menu interface, to not be as naturally intuitive as that thing is, I don't know.
It's just amazing that they would jump the shark that hard.
I mean, it just, especially after the 360, because God, that thing just worked.
Yeah.
Same with the PS3 once they got sort of their weird UI issues resolved. That thing just worked too. And to take so long and have such a bad customer experience and such a bad consumer experience for a box that I just paid $500 for.
That's not okay.
I can't. That's not okay.
Yeah. You hear Terraria for Vita got a release date?
Oh, when's that?
Well, I don't know if you guys can
December.
see that creepy little fucker up in the corner.
Hey guys. 4th of December. Wow, that's right around the corner.
Yeah, super pumped.
I hope that works okay. I feel like I could get into Terraria on the Vita because I could just sort of bite-size it.
Yep. That's how I feel. Like I don't want to. Like it doesn't feel like a game I want to sit in front of my computer and play.
Yeah. The other thing, I didn't really talk about it in the show. The other thing that's really disappointing about the Xbox One is that Twitch streaming doesn't work and won't for a while. Because I feel like native in-console streaming is really going to be the thing that identifies the 8th generation.
Yeah.
Because there are hundreds of thousands of people streaming on Twitch right now on the PS4 because they just need to hit a button. Anyone can be a live streamer now. Like, that's so powerful for how games are communicated and how communities happen around games, that for the Xbox One to come out and not have that, especially since the PS4's integration has been such an easy and simple surprise, that, man, just such a bummer.
That's
$500! Plus 3 new games that I haven't been able to play.
Yeah.
And I was really excited to come on the show today and talk about the new Rumble triggers from Forza 5. I wanted to come say how beautiful, Forza 5 looked and how all the cool the cloud stuff was, but
you couldn't.
Nope.
Oh man, that's a shame.
Pflux in chat asks, is Tiny Death Star only available on Android or can I get it from my iPad? It's on iOS and Android.
And well, I'm playing on a Windows 8 tablet.
There you go. It's out for Windows 8 too.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
There's nothing out for Windows. Oh man.
All right. I am ready whenever you guys are.
Go nuts.
All right, you ready?
Yup.
All right, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases. Released for the week of November 25th, 2013. I should plug it along. Next week's December.
Yep.
What? All right, Painkiller, Hell and Damnation for PlayStation Network for the PS3.
I don't even know what that is anymore. I don't even know what game's Painkiller is anymore.
Yeah,
It could be a
there's
kart
so
racing
many
game
of
by
them.
this point. I have no idea.
Yeah,
It's probably not.
I'd play it.
I would too.
Yeah.
That would be a fun kart racer.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh. Oh. Which game is coming next? Who knows?
oh,
Oh, there you are. Now you're back.
yep. Flow for PlayStation Network. That is PlayStation Vita and PS4 cross-buy.
So if you bought it on the PS3, you own it already.
Yay. Escape Plan for PlayStation Network. That is also a PS4 cross-buy.
That came out on Vita and PS3?
I think so.
Yeah, if you own it on one of them, you own it for everything now. Yay, Sony.
Sweet.
That's great.
Awesome.
Alright, moving on to news stories because apparently there's nothing being released this week since everyone's just taking a breath,
Yeah.
taking a knee. The big rumor this week is that Telltale is working on a Game of Thrones game.
Wow.
That could be pretty cool. Did we just
That
lose
would
the
be-
Hannah?
No, did you?
Oh, no, you
I'm-
just froze.
Nope.
Yeah,
Barracuda.
just confusion.
That could be. I could see that working really well with the style of game that Telltale makes. You make a 5-episode episodic Game of Thrones side story game where a lot of choices turn out to be. They probably all turn out to be really bad and everyone dies.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
That would be a really great game. Either way, so
Here's my thing. From my understanding of the established Game of Thrones universe, where would that fit in? Like, could that happen like without people losing their poops?
I think it almost doesn't matter. You just say
Okay.
like, remember when these people weren't in the books for a couple chapters? This is what they were doing.
Yeah,
like,
there's
fair enough.
or
there's
say
so
it's like
many-
alternate universe.
I mean, there's so many characters coming in and out of there. It could be easy. It could be that weird magician guy that the little Stark that befriended that, the face changer guy. You know what I'm talking about?
no, but I
No.
Anyway, but he just disappears off into some foreign land, and then you never see him again.
so it's basically like a Q episode in Star Trek.
Pretty
Oh,
much,
nice.
Yeah.
Oh God, could you imagine Telltale doing a Star Trek game?
That'd be great. And just make it next generation, and I'd be happy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like put Q in there. He's the plot driver. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Next news story here. Epic Games ships the last copy of ZZT. Epic Games posted a picture of the last floppy copy of ZZT, which is Epic Games, then Epic Mega Games' first game. This is a really cool story. So the department chair for the game design degree program at Full Sail University discovered an old shareware catalog with an order form for Epic Games' first game when he was going through some sort of library for their
Nice.
stuff. He decided to send it in and place an order. And Tim Sweeney, the founder of Epic Games, his dad still lives in that house that he started Epic Games from. That was
Awesome.
the address that's on the order form.
Yeah.
So when
Oh my God.
when he sent the order in with a check, Tim Sweeney's dad, Paul Sweeney, sent back one floppy, and it says Epic Mega Games ZZT floppy disk 1 of 1, along with a handwritten note that said, "This is the last one, Paul Sweeney." So the
Awesome.
final last copy of ZZT on floppy finally got sold.
That's awesome. He completely liquidated his stock. Good for
exactly.
him.
Most
Well
people
done.
can't say that. So the guy, the department chair for at Full Sail says he's gonna put it in a frame and put it up on his wall, so that he has the last copy of ZZT. So
Very nice.
that's really cool. That's a really
Yeah.
cool story. And then I guess Epic was talking a lot about ZZT and how it started that company way back when, and the game came out with ASCII graphics
Yeah.
way after that was out
Not
of fashion.
okay anymore.
Yeah, and apparently it was such a great game and sold so well that it funded their next 1 or 2 games. And apparently, I was reading a Gama Sutra article about Paul Sweeney sort of reminiscing about the beginnings of Epic Mega Games. Apparently, there's still a thriving community around making and sharing ZZT maps because the
Wow.
game came with a level editor in it. So
Awesome.
nowadays, people still play that game through probably the use of some crazy DOS emulator, but it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy to hear people being like, "Yeah, I still play ZZT."
Oof.
Oh man, good times.
That's amazing.
Next news story is one that's really confusing, and I'm hoping that one of you sportos can help me understand. They're revisiting this NCAA EA football thing. So NCAA is now suing the EA over settlements with college players. The National Collegiate Athletic Association has filed suit against EA and the Collegiate Licensing Company over a proposed settlement with former college athletes regarding the use of players like in those EA NCAA football games. The NCAA's suit reportedly alleges that EA and the CLC breached certain contractual obligations related to maintaining liability insurance to protect against third-party claims and cover attorneys' fees incurred defending against those claims. What?
That's the NCAA sold their license to EA to create a game. As far as what I can see, EA should not be on the hook for that. That was the NCAA's attack to make money. You're telling me all the revenues generated from those games, the NCAA gets a chunk because it's their licensed property. That's the money they should share.
And so the NCAA is really should be suing the CLC for agreeing to license the NCAA name and some player likenesses to EA?
But it's not. It's the only likenesses that they would even have grounds on would be mascots. That would be it. Everything else, I mean, everyone's very plain looking. Outside of the color of their skin,
right?
You can't prove that looks like another dude,
right? Because they all look like player model 15.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. Outside of size discrepancies, but
sure.
That is so. Yeah, that's such not such a discernible trait that you can prove in court that's that dude.
That happened in NES football. You know, these dudes are bigger than these dudes. Whatever.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this is just stemming out of this really weird NCAA lawsuit stuff that I was doing a little bit of reading today, and it just sounds insane.
NCAA is grabbing every bit of trying to spread the blame out to everybody.
Yeah,
because I feel they owe those kids money.
Yeah,
I mean, I that's just my personal belief. If they're out there risking their physical bodies, to play for a game, and you're not even guaranteeing them anything other than not even an education at that point, because you see the
nevertheless, marketing money or any of that stuff.
If that, let's say, if X number of percentage out of whatever, whether it be NCAA football, the video games, the T-shirts, any
jerseys,
apparel associated with that has NCAA approved logos or anything on it, that money shouldn't be going to the NCAA. That should be going to the schools, and by the schools, it should go to the students.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not saying that they should get a paycheck, but that should be to the program.
Well, at least make it either improve the school or improve the quality of education that those students are getting, either by scholarships or some sort of financial benefits or something like that. If you don't want to funnel it straight to the student, funnel it into their education.
Exactly. I mean, that's where the education. Hey, guess what? We solved public schools funding problems right there.
Done.
Because
Drop the mic.
It's a gajillion-dollar industry.
Oh, it's a huge. industry.
When I say gajillion, it's kind of facetious, but it is literally hundreds of billions of dollars.
High school football is a huge industry. Nevertheless, the NCAA, yeah.
I mean, they've had it their way for so long.
Yeah.
And they don't like. And the crazy thing is, they don't feel they've done anything wrong, nor do they have any obligation to take care of some amateur athletes.
So it sounds like NCAA is just really a corner dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's lashing out on everybody. EA's an easy target for that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Man, that's such a bummer. Well,
that is.
Hopefully, usually we don't fight for EA, but hopefully they can kick it.
Well, EA's part of the NFL lawsuit as well for likeness rights for the retirees.
Oh yeah,
for unpaid royalties. I mean, this I think this will be in litig. I don't think EA has the pockets to stand up to this fight. This is. I think
It's a
the
big
situation
one.
is going to be bad.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about our last news story here. A situation that's really good. Atlas announced Persona 5 coming out for the PS3 winter 2014. So,
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
oh god, oh god, oh god, yay. I've had I really like a lot of people on the internet being like, why not PS4? And it's like, well, because there's
It's
about a hojillion more PS3s out there, and guess what's
Yeah.
not out in Japan yet? The PlayStation 4.
What?
Wow.
You didn't know that? February.
What?
Uh-huh. You ever heard about
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
That's
So,
amazing.
you know, not out there for a while. So,
Yeah.
whoops. That's okay. We just made the console there. It just comes out there last.
Yeah, it was all work developed and created over there, but we get it first.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Kerntoni in chat brings up a really good point, which a lot of people have brought up online. Persona 4 came to the PS2 really late in its life, way
Yeah.
later than God of War 2.
Yeah.
And it did really well because there were a hojillion PS2s out there, and you could
Yeah.
get them for a song and a dance.
I would call it a hexatillion.
That's much better. That's a lot more accurate. So it's a really smart choice for Atlas to come out, and they know how to work with that console. Same with the PS2. They squeezed a lot of stuff into Persona 4, and it was a really good looking game on the PS2. Same for the PS4.
Well,
Or PS3.
I think PS3 and Xbox 360 are probably going to see games for the next 4 to 5 years.
It's probably going to be a while because of how many there were.
Yeah.
PS2 still has games coming out for it.
Well, just think,
FIFA
wasn't
just
this
came out.
wasn't this the last year we had a news story where we talked about the last Dreamcast game released for it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Granted, that's a fan one, but there's still people actively coming out with stuff. So
Yeah.
There's always people actively coming out.
it's true. Yes, it's a very good point.
Always.
All right, that's all our news stories. So let's take a break.
Sweet.
Yeah, that NCAA thing is bullshit. It's utter bullshit.
I did a little bit of reading on it, and like after my first couple articles, I was like, I don't understand. I don't get what's happening at all. I'm so confused.
It's all money. It's the amount of money it's unfathomable.
It's staggering.
Wow.
It's unfathomable. Like just it's the pure greed of that organization. It's old white guys, man.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we want to keep the purity of the game. I was like, yeah. All right. So if you're saying you refuse to take care of these kids, like there are people. I mean, how many guys we know growing at college of football players had just are disabled
destroyed
for the rest of their lives
Yeah.
playing football.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
I can barely lift a carton of milk over my head with my right arm because I've thrown a baseball too much.
Yeah. Good times. All right, you ready to knock out this last segment?
Yeah.
On that high note. All right, everyone in chat, start sending in your questions. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about emails.
Emails.
Craig F writes in, "Hey TVGP, hello
So,
Craig.
hey.
I've almost finished 100%ing Sleeping Dogs, which tip of my hat to you. That's
Wow.
a lot of stuff in there.
That's a lot of
I played the
game.
karaoke stuff too, and it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And have had a blast doing so. I wanted to know what games you guys think do collectibles and side quests right in a way that's fun to do everything. He says Saints Row 3 VTOLing around the city comes to mind, and
Yeah.
perhaps a few that do it wrong. Batman Arkham City, they totally missed the point of what made the Riddler fun in the first game. Thanks, guys. Batman Arkham City, I feel, is for this gen is probably one of the best examples where it's like, oh, how many collectibles? Oh, 100. Oh, per page, and there's 6 of them. Never mind. I
Yeah,
felt like
that's how you do it
Arkham
right.
Asylum did that really well.
Yeah.
Arkham, I mean, that's
It had just enough.
I mean, that's the funny part is they did it right the first time,
And man,
and they did it wrong twice
Ugh.
in Arkham Origins.
those Riddler, I still really love those Riddler challenges where you went in that detective vision and you had to piece together the question mark throughout the environment. I really liked that.
Yeah, those are all
Yeah.
gone.
Just
that
keep
was
doing
awesome.
that. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Those were fun.
I'd screw this Batarang stuff. That's just infuriating.
No,
Yeah.
no thanks.
Yeah.
What games did it right? Um,
Saints Row the Fourth
Yeah.
was a lot of fun just because once you collected 100 and you're like, I got 99 of these things and I see them everywhere.
Yeah.
What's the digs?
Oh,
and you
there's-
pick up that 100th one. It's like, oh no, you have 1,200 more.
yeah.
You're like,
good luck.
okay.
I think Bully did it really well because it had just enough. Not only did it have like variety, but it wasn't insanely difficult to get everything. I don't think I even used a guide to 100% that one. Like I just had fun. I went around and I was like, all right,
Just
I'm gonna find
wandering
everything.
around.
Yeah, you just go through the list in the game and be like, you found X of X.
I feel like the first Crackdown. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Did it really well because there were just enough of them, and they weren't just collectibles to collect. They were always boosting your character. So if you found an agility orb, you're like, oh, I am a hair's breadth away from being able to jump over a taller building. I have to go find another one. Or those hidden
Yeah.
orbs that
Yes.
gave you everything, and you always heard that noise where you're like, oh, I'm so close to one of these things.
Yeah.
I cannot find it.
You'd almost give yourself motion sickness trying to spin the camera around trying to figure, all right, which direction is that coming
Yeah.
from?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, it's somewhere over this. Nope. Getting quieter. Oh no.
and to counter that, the orbs you had to chase down in those
Yeah.
games were just unbearable.
Yep.
Oh, come on,
Especially
those
the ones
were
in
great.
the car.
Yeah.
The car ones were. You got to get a full head of steam before you get close to them. That way, you just catch them real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I really like the chasing them around because it'd be just in your reach, and all of a sudden it would take a turn, or you get out in front of it, it would go back the other way.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was awesome,
Ugh.
but aggravating.
I
Controller biting.
Red Dead Redemption, I felt did collectibles
Yeah.
really wrong. There were so many of them in the environment that never really seemed to do anything, and it was really hard to match them to the challenges. It was just sort of like, all right, I picked like 50 flowers. Why did I just do that? Why am I
Yeah.
shooting birds? What
Where am
what
I?
is happening? Oh, Cougar killed me. Great.
You know what? I
Yeah.
think it should to do it right. There has to be some finite number, and it has to have some sort of some essence of rarity and
Yep.
reward.
Yep.
Because
The
if you
original
don't get
Assassin's Creed.
if you don't get rewarded for it, it's not worth your time.
Yeah, Hannah, yours is perfect. The original Assassin's Creed, where it's like,
Holy
this
crap.
this area has 4 types of flags. Go find them all. It's like, why? Go find
Where?
them.
How? What?
It pretty much
Well,
that game
it's-
was just like, shut up and find
Oh,
them.
Well, it
I
was
know
the same
someone
thing.
who did it.
No, I didn't do it.
Oh,
I
I
know
know
someone who
Moon
found
did it.
all of them.
Oh, screw that. I did all of
I-
the
ugh.
feathers in AC2. What's up, dog? He didn't like playing that either. Screw those flags.
Yeah.
Knobs, you brought up a good one here a second ago, and I just forgot about it.
oh no! I was gonna say like in Assassin's Creed 2, like granted it wasn't so much a collectible, but it kind of was destroying the Borgia towers because it lessened your aggravation in the game.
Yep. Well, and collecting, quote unquote, collecting all the buildings and all the monuments, that gave you more and more and more money in a very real way every time.
Yeah.
Like I thought that stuff. I mean, it was persistent through the game, but it rewarded you in a way that you wanted to be rewarded.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like a lot of open world games this gen have been really bad about doing that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of more good ones because I feel like there have been a couple of really good ones this gen. For what I played of Far Cry 3, that seemed okay.
Yeah.
But maybe I never got to the end where I'm like, oh, I have like 300 more. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, did we lose Knobs again?
I think we did.
Yep.
No. All right, let's move on to this next question as soon as Knobs. No, the call dropped. No.
No.
P-Flux in chat asks a joke question, boxers or briefs. We've actually answered that a couple of times before, because we will answer anything you ask us.
Yep.
Curtoni says, will you do a Game of the Generation segment? And if so, when is a good time for it? There's still games coming out for this gen. We probably won't. If we do, we'll probably do it maybe halfway through next year. Because I feel like now that 8th gen is out, you give it, until there's a huge swath of games coming out for the next gen before you sort of say, all right, last gen, we're pretty much done with you.
Yeah.
So, next email here. Actually, Dimebag315 in chat says, question, what was an epic time of gaming for you guys? That question is open to interpretation.
A what?
An epic time of gaming.
An epic time of gaming.
Whatever that means to you. I would almost say my interpretation of that would be sort of what time period was my gaming epicness, and I feel like that was probably the latter half of my college time, where we were playing DOA and Guilty Gear and Guitar Hero and all of these games where there was a bunch of us coming together and playing games for a lot of time.
Yeah.
I would have to say those are probably some of my favorite moments gaming was those our last couple of years in college, where we would meet every day before we went to lunch or dinner and play Guilty Gear for 2 hours.
Yep.
Nice.
Or when we're sitting there talking about like Zone of the Enders, and
or we're sitting there playing Frequency and Amplitude because we don't really have anything else to do, so we'll play this crazy game we love, Versus.
Yeah.
But I think another moment for me would be my being an adult gamer.
Yeah.
By not having the restrictions of, oh my god, I gotta wait for my parents to buy me a game.
This is my only game I get this month? That sucks.
Month.
A month if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Year, or no, it's Christmas, so I get 2 of them.
Right, but when you first have your stable source of income and you're like, hey, I can totally afford this.
I can just go buy this.
And then it turned into, oh my god, now I have 100 different games. I'm like, oh, what went wrong?
Yeah.
Like now I have an embarrassment of options to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to say my most epic gaming time period was right around when the Xbox really hit its peak, when you had Halo 2 coming out. But even a little bit before that, because me and all my friends were obsessed with the original Halo, but specifically the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time I was able to get people in a LAN party environment that was accessible. It was it wasn't like, hey, everybody bring all your computers and monitors and stuff. It wasn't that.
Because people forget.
I have an Xbox. That dude has an Xbox.
Let's plug him in.
This person has an Xbox. Let's all plug him in. We just need to get 2 TVs.
Because a lot of people forget that when Halo was so revolutionary for a lot of people, not only because they figured out how to control first-person shooters on a console, but because at the time, to get a LAN party together, you had these really heavy computers and the CRT monitors. LCD monitors, a lot of people forget, were not the thing back then. Nor did we have laptops. So you couldn't just, I got a bunch of laptops here, we're all on wireless, let's go play together. Yeah, LAN parties were kind of a big deal because you had to have a really big area to put all of this stuff together, and you had to have someone know, all right, either we're going to hook up our modems or this dude knows networking, so we're just going to leave it to him. It wasn't like, oh, plug this thing into this. Oh, hey, I can see you now. That's what Halo 1 did for console gaming.
Well, and then that's a lot why the internet shops. We used to call them the geek shops, but the where we would go to that place in Brunswick and we'd play either Unreal Tournament or CNC Generals.
Yeah. Nice.
And we were what was it? At one trip we went up there. We were there for 7 hours.
Yep. Awesome.
And
it
next
cost
thing you
us
know,
like $20 a pop. It was awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, it was great. And one dude had like one copy of the game loading it up on all these different
Yep,
machines.
each machine had 30 different games on it, and we're just sitting there drinking Mountain Dew all day.
See, that's a concept I wish would come back.
Yeah.
Well, it brings a social because I remember going to LAN parties and showing up with my Packard Bell computer with Doom loaded on it.
You're taking
trying
3
to get
or 4 trips back to your car to bring stuff in.
Yeah, and going to the rec center and trying to set this up, and we would only have maybe 20 minutes to play. Like, hours of effort for 20 minutes a game.
4 hours of setup. Yeah, I think about that every once in a while. Now that, like, internet cafes aren't really a thing anymore, and, I feel like they could be really powerful things, especially now that we have a lot of multiplayer games, especially like Rock Band. Where it's like, hey, we're gonna meet up at this place and we're just gonna play Rock Band together for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a real bummer. I felt like it was a real snapshot of gaming history for a couple of years.
Well, and like Steam still offers like LAN cafe licensing.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, I've always wanted to kind of sit down and do the math and be like, could you legitimately open up a LAN cafe in this day and age and make a profit?
Probably.
There would be people like us that love doing, like, I love playing games in my house as much as anybody else.
Yeah.
But it'd be just cool to somewhere to go.
And nowadays, it's just like, here, bring your laptop, put it down. Here's a power connector, and here's a connection to the internet. If that doesn't work, we have wireless. Done.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. P-Flux in chat actually says, my childhood when all those low-tech but awesomely fun games come out. I feel like that's probably, for our generation, that's kind of the NES, Super NES, Genesis, Master System. Like, those 4 consoles for that decade was really powerful for us, whereas every one of them would come out, or as even games were coming out across a single generation, you were seeing things that were just so incredibly revolutionary.
Yeah.
The stuff that happened at the end of the NES, I still have no idea how they did some of that stuff. Compared to like Mega Man 1, comparing it to stuff from the end of that console, it's just like, how did you make this happen?
Yeah.
And like that to me is the biggest thing about the cartridge day and age was you could just add hardware.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have enough processing. Cartridge. Yeah, just toss it on in.
Yeah, like the Super FX chip for the Super NES, where it's like, hey, now I can do polygons.
Yeah.
Done. I think that's what people forget about the Super NES. That console did polygons. The NES had a modem in it. We didn't use it here in the US, but like, crazy stuff. Like Sega for the Genesis had that Sega channel where you're playing multiplayer games over the internet.
Yeah.
Like, in like 1993.
Which is crazy.
That's so crazy. Man,
the world is your playing field.
Gaming has been really good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to this next email here. From Billy U, a.k.a. Bill Supperd. Bill Supperd. Hello, gents. Long-time listener, first-time mailer. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, mailer. First off, thank you guys for providing us all with the dumbest podcast on the internet. I look forward to listening to you guys every week.
Glad we set a high bar.
That's oddly, that is the nicest compliment you can provide with us. Now I have questions for each of you in the order of what you've been playing. First question is for Uncle Knobs. Exactly how is it that you're so awesome? Parenthetically, acceptable answers may include, but are not limited to, I want to jump forever, and an amazing Astaroth.
It's hard work.
It's the hair.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the hair. No, it's just me being crazy.
This is who you are.
Yeah.
This isn't a character.
No.
None of us are characters.
It's my brain, it just put it this way, it was described to me once that my brain functions like a radio on full blast at all times. and everything just flies out.
Yeah.
Like there really isn't much of a filter.
When your brain gets too full, it comes out of the mouth.
Well, yeah, and it's full a lot apparently. And believe me, my mouth has got me in trouble in arguments more times than I care to admit.
Yeah.
But luckily, I'm tall, so I don't really get too much physical flack about it.
Second question for the Vita Viking. If any, which Norse deities would you say attribute to your skills as the one and only Vita Viking?
Well, it's mostly Thor because I can swing a hammer and I'm not the brightest, but you know what? I'll get stuff done.
Well, ladies,
not Loki or Odin. There's too much wisdom and lying involved in those two. Maybe Heimdall. I watch a lot of Social Networks.
Oh.
This is a much...
We can call you. It reminds me, Boulder, be the gatekeeper.
There you go.
You're the Vita gatekeeper saying, "Hey, your game, you need to get on in here."
Yeah, you in? No, you stay back.
No, you don't say. We're good. We don't need that.
Yeah, you don't get my email this week.
Yeah. And last but certainly not least, the podcast mastermind himself, Mr. Michael Boston Hannon. I know that you're super busy not only with these shows and this massive multiplayer offline game we call life, but as a fan of video game music and therefore a fan of Dynamic Soundtrack, I was wondering if there were any possibility of a one-episode comeback for the Best of the Generation playlist in honor of the end of another great generation in gaming. That would be an interesting idea, wouldn't it?
That would be.
Wink. Maybe you should subscribe to Dynamic Soundtrack again. Wink. Again, thank you guys for bringing this entertaining show to to us all each and every week. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Billy. No, Billy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the last email here we have this week from Montag. Hello, everyone. Montag here. Thought I'd chip in with some questions this round. So, 5 questions here in standard Montag format here. Number 1.
You gotta stretch.
What would the ultimate zombie survival game have? And here's a bunch of sub-questions here for our only options. Slow or fast zombies?
Fast.
Probably. Fast. I'd like a fast-paced game.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd like to feel terrified.
Yeah. All normal zombies or zombies and special infected? If so, what kinds would be best? Try to think of ones you've never seen before. I think you'd want the special, because you have to have that oh crap moment where it's like, wait, I heard something. Wait, is that one of those? Oh no.
Yeah, it'd have to add tactics to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the specials from Left 4 Dead are probably the best your archetypes for what needs to happen.
Yeah.
I really like, I've been playing a lot of games that have zombie-like characters lately, and I really like that in each and every one of them, if you have an undead or a zombie character, you have to have a really big, bulbous thing that explodes when you kill it. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, Diablo 3 has the same thing, Dragon's Crown even has the same thing. And they all do the same thing where they, fall over and get real bloated and and then explode, and then a lot maggots or little zombies come out of it.
Yeah.
I like that trope.
You can't beat it.
No.
Just like the bile in Left 4 Dead. You can't not have that in a zombie game.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be something to attract more zombies to you.
Yep. And there has to be a reason you need to get away from the zombies that you're killing. There has to be some sort of... You can't just keep marching forward and hacking and slashing. That's no fun. What needs would need to be met? Food, water, sleep, fun, and morale, etc. Food, water, sleep, probably from sort of the minimum. If you're going to go for a more realistic one. Entertainment is a really interesting one.
That is interesting.
Because, if you guys are trapped in an old bank vault, for example, and you have food, water, and places to sleep, but you're bored, how quickly do you start fighting?
Oh, skeet.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. What would you do other than a kill count?
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, that'd be tough.
I feel like that's always a really important part of any zombie story is, okay, we're out of food. There's a diner over there that probably has a bunch of stuff, or there's a supermarket out there. Which one of us are going to take which weapons to go and do a run? And which ones don't come back?
Yeah, but, well, you'd have a limited amount of weapons, yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, that is.
That's where you do rock, paper, scissors for your minigame.
Yep.
There you go.
That's true.
I
That's
like
your
that.
minigame, Rochambeau. Where would you want it to be set?
I would say probably Middle America, just because you have a nice variety and
Some
distance.
like Midwest stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Cleveland
I feel like...
because that's pretty close right now.
I feel like the one interesting thing about the Telltale's Walking Dead game is that some of it was set in the South. And I thought that was interesting because you don't get a lot of zombie, like, southern area stuff. Which is hotter than hell. Probably stinks to high heaven.
Oh, could you imagine how bad that would be?
Ugh.
Like, just the humidity and the funk floating around.
Maybe that's one of the meters you have. How cool
The
are
Funkometer?
Yeah, your Funkometer. Your temperature.
Ooh, temperature would be a good thing.
Yeah.
It stinks too bad you have to stay in the safe house today.
Yeah.
Oh,
And all of us are gonna go outside.
Yeah.
You're attracting zombies. You're the worst. What style? First person, third person, isometric, top down? I kind of like isometric.
Twin stick shooter.
Yeah. Sort of like what that How to Survive
Red,
game was.
Nation Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lastly, which studio would be the best for making it? Obsidian.
Yeah, no.
Because you know you'd have a really good story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zombie love
Had lots
story.
of bugs to exploit.
That's true.
Yeah.
See? There you go. That's the positive. They're features.
There you go. They are features. If they, stand long enough.
A feature? No, I'd say platinum. That way I'd be able to slide on my knees.
That's true. Oh man, that zombie game would be crazy.
That would be
They would make a
awesome.
zombie love story.
Yes,
would.
they would.
Can humans love zombies? Does love
And
bloom on the battlefield?
And next thing you know, it's in space.
Yeah, you were in space the whole time.
You were.
You were in a VR simulation, and you're in space.
In space, yes.
They've been killing each other. They haven't even asked anybody's names yet.
Or it was all a dream, and you're Bayonetta.
Oh.
Done. Drop the mic.
That's your perfect game.
Oh, man. All right, question number 2. What are the top 3 games on your current wish list?
Oh,
This is a good question.
this is a very good question.
Lords of Shadow 2.
Yeah, easily.
Man,
Kingdom
I'm
Hearts
impressed.
3 for me, because I kind of want to play another Kingdom Hearts game. That sounds okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything I'm really excited about.
I'm trying to think of things that have actually been announced too, because
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
there'll
what
be a
I'm
lot
trying to
of
think of
things.
games that have come out that I haven't picked up yet. Tearaway is number 1 right now.
I'm so excited to play it. I haven't
So
bought
good.
a physical copy.
Wow, that's
'Cause
impressive.
I want to play that thing.
Yeah. Tearaway, Space-Based DF9. I can't justify pulling the trigger yet.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Space Hulk. I want to play that.
Yeah.
That looks great.
I haven't bought that yet. I want to. That seems like a pretty cool game that if I had enough time to sort of sit down and really dive into it, I think that could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pflux in chat says, Dragon Age 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Super pumped about that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of games I don't own yet, or games that I own that I haven't really had a chance to kind of pop in and really chew into. Oh, Beyond Two Souls. I have that. And
okay. There you
I
go.
haven't had a chance to put it in the PS3 yet to really kind of sink my teeth into it.
Yeah.
You know what? I have a real itch to play Xenoblade. I don't know why.
Oh man, you should. There's a lot of game there, and I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I gotta plug my Wii back in.
Well, never mind.
I mean, if that was on any other platform, I think I'd be playing it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, another game in my wish list This is actually a much older game. Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS.
Oh, okay.
I've always heard really great things about it, and especially about the second half. I guess something happens in the game, and it has like a gotcha, and then it gets a lot harder. I could get behind that. I need to go pick up a copy of that. Dimebag315 says, "Are you guys fans of Dark Souls? I played Demon Souls and never played Dark Souls. I'm kind of interested in Dark Souls 2. That could be interesting. I still had PTSD from Demon Souls when Dark Souls came out, and maybe I've forgotten enough about that experience that I can maybe play Dark Souls 2.
You know what? I have Dark Souls. I just haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'd really like to play. I really need to get a chance to sit down and really play XCOM.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do. I would actually really like Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition to come out for Android.
Oh, yeah.
Because that still hasn't happened, I don't think.
Yeah, I feel like if
Unless
it hasn't,
it
it's
has.
coming out soon.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan,
They
I'm
just
kind of
released the
excited.
second one.
Yeah.
Kind of excited to play Peggle 2.
I'm very excited to play Peggle 2. I'm not going to lie. We're recording this. Might be one of the few things I'm very excited for on the Xbox One. That and Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, that one looks sweet too.
Yeah. I don't know, there's something on the tip of my tongue too that I haven't played that I really need to, the expansions for Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2. I played the original way back when, I talked about it on this show, and I think it made it in my top 10 that year.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. Never touched any of the expansions.
You were the squad-based one, right?
Yeah, like the isometric squad-based one. I think they have 2 or 3 expansions now that are supposed to be amazing. I never got around to them.
Oh, the last part of the trilogy for StarCraft.
Oh, yeah.
I never finished that.
I cannot wait to play it.
I was
driving home from the wholesale store BJ's today. I was sitting there thinking about Kyle Rayner and the Queen of Blaze. I'm like, man, I really want to play more.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, and Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, of course. I want to get that thing. I want to put it in my PS4. I want to play the crap out of that for the third time. All right. Question number 3. If you haven't already, share what you think of the new consoles if you've used them. I have already shared my ownership experiences. Have either one of you had any hands-on time in any sort of fashion with both of them?
I played with the PlayStation 4 at one of the Best Buys I stopped to in my travels. And
what do you think about that controller?
It is really good.
It's really good.
It is really good because I was flipping through the menu with the little touchpad. I was like,
wait, which menu? The main one?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah, like swipe.
I gotta go.
I mean, I was like, this is just...
Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, in AC4, to open the menu, like the world map, you push in the touchpad, and then you can scroll on the touchpad and pinch to zoom on the touchpad for the menu. Awesome.
That's too cool. But I was surprised when that whole thing goes...
It's a little weird, isn't it? It's sort of like...
It's like a giant button.
It's like a stamp.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That controller's really
nice. That controller's really, really nice.
It's one of those... It's like the... It's like the 360 one where you just hold it and you're like, this should be in my hands. This feels perfect in my hands.
Yeah, I haven't touched either one yet, so... Sorry.
The Vita's all right.
Vita's pretty sweet, yes.
I am curious about the new Xbox One controller, just because it looks so much like the S-type controller for the original Xbox.
Yeah, get your hands on it. I'm very curious to hear what you think. As someone who has bigger hands than I do, I'm curious. Question number 4. How would you handle a Doctor Who game? He says Telltale style, for example, which is basically how I would do it. Would it be open world, linear? What camera style would you use, etc.? Keep in mind that the Doctor does not really fight people, so combat is more or less to be avoided at all costs. I think the Telltale game, as it stands right now, is the perfect thing for Doctor Who, because you can get those 5 stories in. Doctor Who always has really good cliffhangers for the last couple seasons. And since the Doctor doesn't really fight anyone, it can be a really great puzzle game.
Yeah.
And it's more about the conversations, the snappy British conversations that are happening with aliens.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't really care about Doctor Who as a whole.
Oh, come on.
Nope, don't care.
Come on.
Love Doctor Who.
Come on.
Love it so much.
It's the Doctor.
I only have
I've been
so much
watching the
time for fandom and nerdery. Like, I have to cut some things out.
You have to.
Just all right. If you do anything, watch the Doctor's Revisited.
Yeah,
And that's all you need to know.
the fandom surrounding Doctor Who is intense.
To the point where I'm kind of bothered by it sometimes.
It's intense.
Yeah,
It's been around 50 years. Come
oh,
on.
absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah. I have a weird relationship with. I have a weird relationship with a lot of fandom out there because a lot of people on the internet get really, really into a lot of fandoms, and it's sometimes very intense. Question number 5. What other television shows would make for good games in the right hands? Any books or movies also make the list?
I think Invincible would be an awesome game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a comic for those of you listening.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like
Ooh.
yes, go ahead.
Gantz.
Yeah.
Gantz is an RPG.
Sold. Show's done.
Because for anyone who doesn't really know about this line that I have right here,
Yeah.
That's all Gantz.
Okay.
that storyline takes such a twist that you don't see coming.
You want to
And
make a
it goes
really
into-
dark RPG?
But no, even from that point, where it goes beyond that, like
Yeah.
here's the edge you think you fell off. Oh wait, there's another one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just
I actually really wish that there was a Evangelion strategy RPG.
that would be cool.
You can just remake the show again in SRPG form. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Poor Ren in chat says Berserk RPG. Yep, take my money.
Yeah.
Yep, I would be there day one. I even bought the one I can't even understand what they're saying in.
Hannah, you look like you had one.
I had a couple ideas.
Okay.
Sandman,
Ooh.
done by Telltale.
Oh, ooh,
Just
That'd
give
be a
them,
good
just
one.
give them all the
got a
comics.
hot
Just
flash.
give them all of them.
Oh.
Like,
that's
oh
good
man,
stuff.
Here's
Going
the
around his
omnibus.
death.
How's the omnibuses? Have fun.
Yeah, just make these.
yeah, just do that.
Just keep making episodes.
And when they get to the one that they did with Yoshitaka Amano, just have him come in to do the art. And I would really enjoy. What was the other one I was thinking of? A Trigun game of almost any kind.
Ooh.
Really, I don't know
Yeah.
how you would do that.
I wonder if you'd have to make that in a sort of like a, maybe make it in like a classic side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yeah,
Just one that's
I
kind of
think
a
a-
little more fun.
I just
I think a
thought.
light gun game.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I just thought of the other one that I was thinking of though. Take Cowboy Bebop.
I like it.
Take the choices that you can make in a game like Deus Ex Human Revolution,
Go on.
where you can have all these different angles of attack onto and make it mission based.
Ooh.
Bounties. You
So you get all these different bounties, and you have to kind of almost kind of like an Assassin's Creed, where you have to
Yeah.
sort of research, who you're going after and figure out where they are, their habits, and all that stuff. And then you can either take like the just straight up come in guns blazing approach, which they rarely do, or send Spike in alone and try to schmooze somebody.
Sort of like GTA 5's.
Yes.
Like heists.
Okay.
Sort
Yes.
of
Yes.
Planning,
Yeah.
executing. Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that.
I think
You
and
should go
that
make that
universe,
game.
yeah, that universe really sort of fits to that.
Lawyers
And it
be
works.
damned. Just go make it.
Well, yeah.
They can't find you.
But back to the Trigun thing, I think that would be.
That'd be
I'm
interesting.
trying, even though do have to say Trigun, the
Whoop, lost him again.
It's really entertaining when you do lose him though, because the echo on the
Yeah.
audio that we get is pretty. It's like he fell off a cliff.
Try again. Oh no. Oh no, he's totally gone again this time.
Oh man.
Oh, good time. And he had the world's best idea too. And
He
now
did.
we'll never
And now
know.
it's lost to the ether. Although it may be recoverable from his Audacity file.
Yeah. Oh, if only.
And we're just talking over it the whole time.
We usually do that anyway.
Well,
All right.
yeah.
While he's coming back, I'm just gonna
Wait.
Whoop! There you are.
Oh, hey, wait. No, one more fun one.
Okay, last one.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe with a Mass Effect style gameplay.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
Yes. All of that.
I'd like that.
42.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us at tvgpfans@gmail.com, at tvgp on Twitter, pretty much everywhere else. It's all on the right-hand side of the page.
Please join the forums. Don't forget to mark yourselves on the map. Come join us for Monday Night Game Night if the internets are working. That is 10 p.m. EST. And Thursday Night Game Night, Steam Club. That is on Thursdays at 10 p.m. EST as well.
Look out for the new TVGP Game Club vote coming soon, I hope.
Storm.
And check the forums because I'm currently helping to organize the yearly, now I think it's the second year in a row we've done it, the TVGP Secret Santa.
Oh, yeah.
So that's coming
Cool.
your way.
Good.
And I'd like to get a few more people in it before we kick it off officially.
Yeah, apparently that has been a lot of fun in the last couple of years, so I highly encourage people to,
It's been
to
really
go
good.
sign up for that.
Yeah, I mean, I set down some rules and some limits and some of that stuff for it this week.
Nice. Don't forget you can watch this Big Dumb Show live at twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. If you can't catch it live every Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, you can watch it, the archives on Twitch or on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We'll see you all next week.
Laters.
Peace.
Okay, I have 2 titles.
All
I
right,
have
what you got?
one.
Oh, what's your one, Knobs?
No, Brian. Thank you.
No, Brian. Thank you. Mine are Stan Lee Was Wrong
Okay.
and Triple Tiered Beard Disaster.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what I got here. I hate the internet. He's contractually obligated. Is Rob Lowe gonna be here? We had to do math. Remedial math required. Good is the enemy of great. The choicest of clones. Behold, with an exclamation point in all caps.
Behold, ignore me!
Lumini. Sit me in a giant neck and I'm happy.
Come on, that was really good. I gotta
write down Lumini.
Yeah. I also have triple tiered beard disaster. A lot of teasing.
Oh, man.
That'll tickle everything.
Oh, God.
The death bell rings. I can't actually read that one. Ghost grenade, obviously.
Of course.
Mind-alteringly bad. Offensively cheesy. That would be a great kart racer.
Dog's getting ready to bark here.
Floppy copy.
Floppy copy. Get the floppy copy.
One of you sportos. Actively coming out. I like to feel terrified. And the humidity and the funk.
I think it has to be Triple Tiered Beard Disaster.
It really does.
I really like Lumini, and any day of the week, I would pick that if it wasn't
Triple
going
Tiered
up against this
Disaster.
Beard Disaster.
It's amazing. And I knew that was going to be the title the minute I heard it.
It's just so good. Alrighty, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is that Video Game Podcast, episode 318 for November 25th, 2013. Triple Tiered Beard Disaster.
By Menon.
Alright, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us live again. Appreciate seeing so many of you back each and every week. We love you all in a non-litigious way. Don't sue us. See you next week.
See ya.